What is good, my reflections? What is good, my babies? You are over here with Tarethia. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button if you haven't already, because you already know what time it is when you see me on the porch. Okay, we here to talk about a couple things, and we're gonna be here for a little minute. So go on ahead and get comfortable. Hit the like button as you come in. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you had Rumble, what's up? This is my Rumble family over here too. What's up, Rumble in the jungle? Go over there to Rumble if you haven't already subscribed to me. www.rumble.com. Okay. Now I know I said what time was I supposed to be coming up here? About 7 o'clock. Well, it could be 7 o'clock my way, 7 o'clock your way, 6 o'clock your way, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock my way. You get what I'm saying? I'm here reflection. I'm here and we are on the porch. Okay. So with that being said, I'm gonna give y'all a chance to hit that like button real quick. Hold on one second. Hold up, reflection. Let me get everything together. Hold on, reflection. Here I come. Here I come. Let me get my porch together real quick, baby. Let me get this porch together. Don't y'all forget to hit that like button while y'all coming in. Y'all know I gotta get comfortable, baby. When we get on the porch, I have to make sure I got all my snacks and shit. Make sure I got my lawn chair together. Yes. Yes, reflection. Okay. Now we're here to talk about a couple things. I know y'all seen the title, Trump seeing the task force to Memphis. Trump all the way down there in Memphis. Y'all know when Elon Musk went down there, Trump was finna send his people down there. Y'all down there acting like y'all ain't got no motherfucking sense. Y'all down there acting like y'all ain't got no motherfucking sense, okay? Trump said we finna get them streets together. Okay, we finna get them streets together, reflection. All right. They trying to genocide the youth. Shit, it ain't gonna be no YNs left around there, okay? Because they up there just taking out each other. They done forgot the agenda. They done forgot who the enemy really is, reflection, okay? They done fuck around, supposed to be turning, you know what I'm saying? They shit this way, they done turned it on each other. What's wrong with them, reflection? Is it something in the air? Is it something in the air? Or is it them Uggs? Which was this? Listen, I think this shit by design, but I don't know. But Trump said he finna get this shit together. Yeah, Trump said he finna get that together. This a little water. Don't try to come over here judge me. That one number, a little piece of water. Okay, so with that being said, before we get into Trump sending the task force to Memphis, Tennessee to clean up the streets, and sent the FBI, they done created a special task force to clean up the streets of Memphis, Tennessee. I want to talk a little bit about TYRE Nichols. Now, everybody know about the officers that got off. Well, they really didn't get off because they still facing some more charges with TYRE Nichols in his case. In the Scorpion Squad, we covered that. If you missed that video, definitely go to the live tab and check that out. Okay, a lot of people were very upset when that verdict came out a couple weeks ago that they were found not guilty on state charges. Now they still are facing federal charges. All right. Now, with that being said, you know I'm always in these streets, reflection. I'm always in these streets, listening, not the streets, but the streets, listening to what the community has to say, okay? Because their voice will not go unheard. So we're gonna listen at what a lot of people think about these officers getting off. Now, I heard the community, you know, they done put up a couple dead or alive poster signs out there in Memphis, Tennessee for these officers because they were so upset that these officers had got off with TYRE Nichols or whatever. And we also heard what his mother had to say. But we're finna go back to the community and we finna see. And then after that, we're gonna talk about Trump sending these the task force. He got a new task force. Yes, Trump got a new task force. He finna send out there to Memphis, Tennessee for them YNs and shit. So y'all better get y'all ass in the house. Y'all better listen. Y'all better listen at Taretha. Listen to the words that are in my heart. You better listen. Nah, I'm trying to tell you shit. What grandma you say, nah? You know what she say, nah? She mean it. Listen, nah. You better get your little ass up in the motherfucking house with your backpack and shit. You know school ain't even in. What you got a backpack for with a hoodie and a sweater on and it's 90 degrees outside. Where you going, JV Young? Where you going, JV Young? You get what I'm saying? You better talk to that little ass like that, okay? Because I'm trying to tell you, the task force out there and shit is about to get real in the field, okay? This summer right here, this gonna be a little something different. I keep telling y'all know when Elon Musk came down there, y'all went, okay, reflection. Keep thinking and not thinking. All right. So with that being said, let's go on to TYRE Nichols. Let's bag it up a little bit because all this go together. If you really see the play, you're gonna see what's going on. You just gotta look, you gotta open your eyes and shit and see what, see what's in front of you. So let's listen at what everybody gotta say. This is all around the world again. What everybody has to say about TYRE Nichols, and you get what I'm saying, these officers that got off, reflection. Some people was like, I knew this was gonna happen. Other people were like, this Memphis, Tennessee, what do you expect? Okay, but at the same time, reflection, it's a lot going on behind closed doors. A lot going on with that hidden hand that y'all may just don't know about, allegedly. Okay, so with that being said, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button,
3 officers who were involved with beating down TYRE Nichols. They've been acquitted. Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, and Justice Smith, they get to walk away free from state charges. However, they were all convicted on federal charges and they still face years in prison. But these pigs, I want you to remember Rodney Hinton Jr. and remember what he did. And remember, you can purchase a vehicle at any point to send a goddamn message. Oh, this ain't over. This is far from over. And I want you to remember that TYRE Nichols could have been your son. That could have been your son, as these 3 officers are going to just walk away scot-free. And I want you to keep in mind that, trucks and cars, they may be a little bit more expensive, but guess what? They could be cheap if you get them used. Just like Rodney Hinton Jr. thought about. Think about that for a second. And on top of that, I'm hearing that some of these officers are non-FBA. They're not from our lineage. They're immigrants coming here, beating down our folks and just walking away scot-free with it, while trucks and cars are easy to buy and cheap enough to buy used. Okay, got you, sir. Got you. We got your smoke.
What he talking about with the cars and shit, reflection? I didn't get that. Was that some cold, some white end cold type stuff? I ain't understand it. But Unc mad. Unc mad. You heard what Unc said? Unc said that shit ain't over. Okay, I told you they out there putting up poster signs and shit, talking about dead or alive, with the police face and shit on that reflection. I'm gonna show y'all that picture in a minute. But with that being said, let's keep it going. This is the community now. This is the community in Memphis, Tennessee, and not just in Memphis, it's all over the world again. A lot of people, they were very upset that these people got off.
They came back with a not guilty verdict in that TYRE Nichols case from them officers beating him. Everybody saying the jury is evil. A lot of people saying, hey, you still got to take that up with the DA and the judge. What didn't they do right on some real shit to convince the people? They say, this place is crooked anyway. That's what they saying. And far as trust, the community having trust, they lost a lot of that. But I'm going to tell you the crazy shit though. Boy, they put them officers' photos on poles around the city, nigga. What? They got wanted, dead or alive, and got these wanted posters like they did back in the day. Wanted, dead or alive, and they got posters on poles with these cops' pictures on them, nigga. Boy, I'm just saying, I hope somebody done took them up on that shit. Memphis is a crazy damn town. I'm just saying, nigga. You see, we getting more outlandish and outlandish. We turning into the Wild West, nigga. I'm just saying. Hashtag real spit.
Okay, reflection. Now I'm just trying to tell you. Y'all heard about them wanted pictures that he was talking about with the police officers. Let me show you real quick. Let me see if I can find a picture. Hold on. Cause I want y'all to know what they talking about. Hold on, let me see if I can find a little something for you. Let me see, cause I be listen. I'm a screenshot queen. I said, is that okay? I'm finna show it to you. This shout out to who is this? Blackwood News. Blackwood News. You can catch him on Facebook. He be having all the news and shit in Memphis. Let me see if I can upload this picture let me upload it so y'all can see what they talking about. Y'all see it? Hold on. It ain't uploaded yet. Yeah, this right here. This the picture right here that they got up in Memphis, Tennessee. Of these officers. You see? Okay, that's what the community to put up. I don't know if some YNs did this shit or some ONs did this shit, but this is what they got up in Memphis. Reflection. What's going on out there? Shit, if they'll put the police picture on the wall, on the pole, wanted dead or alive, your ass don't stand a chance. I'm just saying, shit. But anyway, let's go on here. Let's keep going. I just wanted to show y'all that what he was talking about. That's what he's talking about right there. But anyway, let's keep it going.
Yo,
Hit that like button too as you come
I
in.
honestly believe the only reason those 3 cops at Memphis got off today is because of what's going on with Rodney Hinton Jr. Because I feel like they're going to try to scapegoat the situation to make it not about race. And I say that because usually when a crime is committed by a cop by the way of a black person, it's always a white cop that did it. It's not often that you see or hear about black cops shooting and killing other black people. That's not, at least it's not highlighted like it I'm sure it happens, but it's not highlighted as much as everything else. You see what I'm saying? So my question is, had that kid not got shot, would those cops still have gotten off or gotten acquitted for beating, what's his name? TYRE something. TYRE Nichols, I think it is. Would they still have got acquitted in that situation? Now,
Don't get your ass up here speaking on shit and you ain't got his damn name right now. Don't make me get your ass up off naked news. Talk about so what's his name? You don't remember his name. It's everywhere. You ain't been watching the
it's a
news,
strong
Craig.
possibility because as somebody that wanted to be a Chicago police officer, and I know how these things work because I was trained by them, right? I was trained by practicing attorneys, lawyers, judges, SWAT commanders, sergeants. I mean, you name it. We have the feds, coming in, doing lectures. We had, and they were giving us all this information under the belief that, they're gonna be cops anyway, right? And that blue wall is real. Like, you got some people that's just diehard cop crazy. That are police officers. I got friends that's cops. They hate their job. They don't like it at all. I got homies. Some of them gonna see this video. They were cops. I know one of them was a cop. I got two friends that was a cop. That were cops. They left the department and went to work fire. One of them transferred out and went to a whole nother department in the suburbs, right? Because you got some people that's like being a cop to a certain extent is like being in a cult, right? You can't you can't tell on other cops. You got to be with whatever. And it's funny that I say this because when I was doing my polygraph examination, my polygraph examiner kept asking me a question. She kept saying, with all that's going on, we're looking for officers that we can trust. She kept saying that. She kept saying it over and over and over again. And I was like, when you say trust, I'm confused on why you keep saying that. Like, is it something that you're trying to tell me or ask me, or I was confused. And she was like, no, because what had just happened? Something had just happened. With a police involved shooting against somebody that was popular during that time when I took this polygraph test. This had to be like in 2016 or something like that. And I forgot what happened, but she just kept saying it over and over again. And I remember her thinking like, was she asking me that like, if somebody do something and I see it, am I gonna say something, or am I gonna get out there and gain the trust of and not do nothing bad to make the police department look bad? Like, I didn't know, how she was asking me that question, but police officers, for the most part, they do stick together. And you have some, that don't believe in, fitting in that narrative of the cult police thing where you got some cops, they only hang with cops. They only associate cop, everything is cop this, cop that. They talk that cop shit. It's a lingo. It's like corporate gulp almost. Have you ever heard a group of cops talking? This shit is like annoying as shit to sit up there and watch a group of cops just have a conversation, especially the white ones. That shit is like, they talk a certain kind of ways. It's crazy. But I believe that those people are gonna use that situation with these 3 black officers as a way to scapegoat what that white cop did to that kid. That's just a theory I have. I could be wrong. Because it's not normal for black people, black cops in general, to get away with anything. Everything we do is even if it's not even bad, it's made to look 10 times worse, right? And the fact that they actually did that shit and got off is insane. So why would that happen? Is my question. But we're gonna see what happened. And I only, made this video and talked about it because in the last video I did, somebody mentioned it and I wasn't even familiar with it. I had to look up the video to see what had happened and what was going on. And it's crazy, man. Like, one of the things you learn about when you are taking criminal justice classes and you being taught by these people, right? It's always good to have people that's practicing in it, that's living it, that's breathing it, that's shitting it, to teach you how to deal with cops. You gonna come across cops because what people have to understand, they have something called the use of force continuum, right? That means if you talk, I can talk louder. If you bustle up, I can grab you. If you fucking resist, I can use force. If you pull out a knife, I can draw a gun. Like, whatever you do, they can go one step further than you can. So you'll have cops literally trying to escalate the situation just for a reason to fuck you over. And even if the cop is in the wrong, do you know how hard it's gonna be for you to come from under that shit? How long it's gonna take? It's gonna take for forever. I mean, the case will break eventually, of course, but I done been in situations where cops tried me, not knowing I'm being literally trained by their friends, by their coworkers. And they say certain things. As one cop say to me, "Hey, have you ever sold a brick of cocaine before? You look like a drug dealer." And I just sat there and smirked at him like, that's crazy. Then I had another cop, he tell me this way in Chicago what they do. The dick boys, we call them, back then we used to call them slickers, dick boys, jump out, whatever. And when they put you in the back of the car, they have a cop in the back sitting there with you, punching and hitting on you and shit. And then they ask you some wild shit like, "Give us a pistol or we're gonna put one on you." They said that to me, literally. And I'm like, what? Give me a pistol and punch me in my stomach. Like, this is a whole bunch of wild shit. I can go into detail, but I'm not gonna do that. But we're gonna see what happened with this case, man, because
Everything over here is highly alleged. He's just telling his story. He said he was going to be trained a police officer, and I guess he's from Chicago because he keeps saying in Chicago or whatever like that, but the hidden hand is real and the network is long reflection. So with that being said, remember, everything over here is alleged, and you get what I'm saying. We over here for entertainment purposes only. We over here if you just came in the building, make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I am TYRE. If this is your first time over here, welcome, baby. We on the porch. We over here talking about Tyre Nichols, the community day in an outrage reflection over there in Memphis, Tennessee. And Trump has sent the task force to Memphis, Tennessee. Yes, he did. Oh, yes, he did. Yes, he did. So them YNs, they better get their ass in the house. They better get in the house. Reflection. Yes. All right. So with that being said, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
These 3 cops beat a man to death. Killed him. And also in a separate federal trial, they were convicted of witness tampering, but whatever. So where were the protests? Where was the mass outrage by CNN, by all the Democratic politicians calling for cops to be defunded? Where was the burning of the cities and all that? Because this was a serious thing. These 3 cops took a man's life by beating it out of him. And I'm really curious where BLM was, where, like I said, where politicians were, where the CNN was, where all the media outrage was. Directing people to go protest, to go burn down buildings, to go burn down businesses, to go burn down neighborhoods because, all cops are terrible people. None of that. None of that. So they got found not guilty, and the world goes on. The world keeps spinning. No one gives a fuck. And I really wonder why there was no protests.
Now, first of all, this ain't got nothing to do with race. But I'm glad that y'all did not take y'all ass out to Memphis, Tennessee and burn down no fucking buildings. Do you a little, if you want to be like Martin, what's his name? His name was Martin. Y'all know I don't fuck with him. But if y'all want to be like Martin Luther King, do y'all little march and shit, get a couple rocks thrown at you and shit, then that's your business. But think about it like this. This is what they want you to do. Why would you go and burn down buildings in your neighborhood? That makes no sense. You ain't gonna have shit in your neighborhood. Shit, they already closing stuff down. Why would you? Don't you gotta look at the mind play, okay? Reflection. Don't burn down your shit, and you gotta stay there. That makes no sense. So you're gonna fuck up your shit, reflection, and that's where you stay. You're gonna burn down these businesses, and that's where you stay. That makes no sense. Okay, you get what I'm saying? So look at the mind play. So that's why I'm glad they didn't do what he said. I hear you talking about Black Lives Matter and all that shit, but at the same time, they were smart not going to do that. Like, why would you go burn down stuff that's in your neighborhood? You already saying the youth ain't got nothing to do. You already saying they took programs out of Memphis, Tennessee. Like, you got to be smart sometimes. You got to think two steps ahead of the game, and I thought that was really smart that they did not do that. Okay, if y'all want to put y'all up a couple poster signs and shit, talk your shit on the internet, do what you do, baby, but do not burn down your own shit. That's stupid. Okay, so with that being said, let's keep it going. So let's keep this going. Let's keep it going. Reflection. Make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that follow button as you come in the building.
To react to the not guilty verdicts in the death of TYRE Nichols. And tonight, the most shocking reaction of all. Wanted posters, disturbing calls for vigilante justice for the 3 former police officers who were acquitted in TYRE's death. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. The posters are located on light poles in Cooper Young. WREG's Raven Copeland has reaction to the verdicts and the message for the city during this time.
We have gotten so much injustice from this city.
Say that.
That is ridiculous.
Say that.
My son was murdered.
That's right.
By 5 Memphis police
That's
officers.
Right. Murder.
He was murdered.
Murder.
And 3 of them got off.
There are people in the Memphis community who share some of the same emotions that TYRE Nichols' family is carrying. Some are more vocal than others. Wanted posters in Cooper Young say the 3 former officers are wanted dead or unalive for Nichols' deadly police beating.
I don't condone those posters at all. I haven't seen them. You seen them? Okay, I haven't seen those posters. I don't condone the posting of those posters. What I do understand is a deep hurt and agony and pain for people in this city right now.
Representative Justin Pearson says he encourages the community to express their emotions, but he advises them to do it in a non-violent way. However, he also voiced his disappointment over Wednesday's verdict.
And for someone to see those videos of TYRE Nichols being beaten to death by these officers and to come back with not guilty, like that does something.
The verdict in Nichols' deadly police beating has also resulted in distrust of the Memphis Police Department. However, Memphis Mayor Paul Young and Police Chief C.J. Davis say they're focused on restoring the community's perception of the city's law enforcement.
We recognize the pain and grief this incident has caused, and the men and women of the Memphis Police Department remain committed to rebuilding trust and working together toward a stronger, safer Memphis for all.
Reporting from Cooper Young for your news leader, Raven Copeland, WREG.
All right, reflection. So there go them posters again that they was talking about. And again, some of the black activists in Memphis, they said that they do not condone those posters. And you heard with police force, they said that they trying to restore hope back within the community. Trump said, while y'all restoring hope, I'm finna send that damn task force down to go restore some more shit, go pick up them switches and shit. Okay. So with that being said, let's keep it going. We just over here listening at what the community has to say about Tyre Nichols and these officers that got off. And then we're gonna go into Trump because all this go together. You just gotta watch the play.
So I'm so upset. So the officers that were involved in unaliving Tyre Nichols was just found not guilty. Not guilty. And it's so many things about this that's just absolutely crazy to me, baffling to me. For one, the jury was from out of town. Why? First of all. Second of all, these officers, Tyre Nichols' mama sat in court, told them folks that the officers came to her door and said, "Man, we arrested your son, but he in the hospital." She was like, why? Well, because we pepper sprayed and tased him. Okay, so she had to go figure out what hospital he was at. She said she walked into the room. Her son's head was swollen, nose was broken. He's already on a life support machine, everything. He went into cardiac arrest when they beat him with a baton. Like, the man was up the street from his house screaming for help. These are the same officers who, when that man cried out for help, they did not call the ambulance or anybody to come and help him to get help right there on the spot. It took all five of y'all to either witness or beat the brakes off this young man. And y'all are now not guilty. Y'all are found not guilty. I'm trying not to cry because it's just absolutely crazy. And the worst part was that it was black officers. We sit up here and we scream and holler about us being mistreated as a black culture by white officers who do too much, but you were black men exerting all this energy and force on a black man that didn't make it home. And y'all got the nerve to be sitting in court hugging. Thank God. Oh, thank God. What do you think his mom feels right now? Her son is gone. Y'all lied. Y'all didn't just pepper spray that man. Y'all probably didn't even tase him. Y'all beat him. And video footage shows Tyre didn't cuss at y'all. Tyre didn't try to attack y'all. The only thing that man did was run because he was scared for his life. He never did anything disrespectful to them cops. And it took all five of y'all to take that man down. Whew. I'm sorry, y'all. This one got me upset. Like, I was really like, I was hating the fact that it happened by some black officers. Because I just knew that when it all came forward, I ain't gonna lie, in my mind, I was like, oh yeah, it had to be some YT officers, baby. We sick of this. I know, baby. And when I saw the mug shots and saw that it was us, one of us, five of us, baby, took me clean up out of here. And so the fact that it was already that, I was like, I mean, regardless, justice gonna have to be served. It's gonna have to be served. Like, it's gonna have to be. Y'all did too much. Y'all got this power and y'all did too much on one of your own brothers. I don't know. Y'all just whew, tell me what y'all think in the comments, because I'm flabbergasted.
Don't forget, drop in the comments and let me know what you think, Reflection. What do you not? What do you think? Because this is what we just over here listening to what the community has to say about these officers getting off. We went into that on when it first happened. Go check that live out. But now we're listening to what the community has to say, because keep in mind they done put up poster signs and all type of shit. Let's keep it going. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the follow
Police
button.
officers that unalive Tyre Nichols, all of them have just been found not guilty. My boss just called me in to tell me I can go home early because he don't know how the city is going to react to this. He finna leave too. Bro, we in Memphis, and y'all saying nobody was guilty? It was no crime committed? And we in Memphis? Man, y'all know it's about to be a problem. To the point my boss done told me to go home. Go home, get off the streets right now. Yeah, it's about to be a problem. Yeah. I'm finna go to the house and stay in the house.
Yep, and tell them YNs to take their ass in there too, because Trump sent the damn task force out there for their ass. All right, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the follow button. All right. So with that being said, let's keep it going. So what do you think about that, Reflection? Okay, a lot of people, they felt like that the community was finna test some shit up. But keep in mind, y'all are in y'all own neighborhood, so I know y'all ain't gonna tear the shit up in your own neighborhood. Are you, Reflection? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Now. Okay, let's keep it going.
On a cloudy day, under one of the most historic signs in Memphis stood hundreds.
I remember college when tragedy filled my phone screen. Memphis, my city, was trending due to another life gone.
Hundreds ready to reclaim justice for Tyre Nichols, chanting before a mother and father, Rovon and Rodney Wells, who lost their youngest son.
But they didn't see the evidence. What they saw was a black man running from the police.
For my son to be brutally killed by 5 police officers, black, white, green, yellow, purple, it does not make a difference.
Hundreds ready to revisit sorrow if it means lasting change.
No peace, no justice. And that's something that we won't get over, but we will get justice. It's not over. We will continue to fight for Tyre.
As the rain started to fall, under the sound of drums,
all right, Reflection. So they did hold a little protest over there. Well, I didn't mean a little protest. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. They did held a protest over there by the Lorraine Motel, which is a very historic hotel we all know about. Martin, what's his name, in the Lorraine Motel or whatever like that. So that's where they went to. But again, I'm glad that they didn't fuck up their own city, because that's where you gotta stay at. Okay, so with that being said, and the roads and shit are already regular up there, so y'all know y'all don't need to be tearing up buildings and setting them on fire and shit, or whatever. I'm just saying. So the police task force, the chief of police, she came out to say something. Also the mayor. Let's listen to what they had to say.
This message is for our community. Today, my prayers are with the Nichols family and our entire city. I understand the pain we're feeling as a life was lost at the hands of officers whose actions don't reflect the values of our Memphis Police Department. Memphis is still healing, and that healing demands that we work together. As a city, we're committed to doing the work of creating a deeper trust between law enforcement and the people of Memphis. And on behalf of the city, we're steadfast in our dedication to creating a safer, more just Memphis for everyone.
Today, a verdict was reached in the trial concerning the death of Tyre Nichols, and that has had a profound impact on his family, our department and city, and the entire nation. Policing in Memphis must always be ever evolving and continuously improving, and I am confident that our team is ready to further the work of creating ongoing change. As I have stated before, we believe in improved policing, in training, and in progress we are seeing daily. We recognize the pain and grief this incident has caused, and the men and women of the Memphis Police Department remain committed to rebuilding trust and working together toward a stronger, safer Memphis for all.
In the days, weeks, and years ahead, we'll continue to work and we will heal together.
All right, now she was over the Scorpion Squad, and that keep in mind they have been disbanded or whatever like that. That unit is no longer available. Now let's get into. I wanted y'all to see that, okay? I wanted y'all to see all of that with the community, what's going on in Memphis right now, okay? With Tyre Nichols. All right. Now let's get into Trump. Trump has teamed up with the head FBI director. I forgot his name, but anyways, they got together and they headed down to the dirty. They headed to Memphis, Tennessee. All right. So let's talk about that. All right. So let's listen and let's see, what does Memphis think about this new task force that's going to come down, and let's see what they got to say about their reflection. Let's go.
They called Memphis the city of the straight bullet and homegrown criminals. Now the FBI is either already there or on the way with a task force. But they're not just after the shooters. In 2023, Memphis had 349 homicides. Now it's being called the homicide capital of America per capita. FBI Director Kash Patel just deployed a federal task force. But let's be real, this isn't about support, it's a warning shot. Comment watching Memphis if you've seen this building. Share if your city feels like it's next. And follow if you're done waiting and ready to move. I was born and raised in Memphis, and if you're from here, you can feel the shift before it makes the news. The violence, that's real, but the corruption has always been deeper. After Tyre Nichols was murdered, in 2023, the DOJ launched a federal investigation, and what they found wasn't shocking, just confirming what we have already lived: excessive force, unlawful stops, targeted harassment, and mostly against Black residents. But let me tell you something from experience. Whether I come back home to Memphis, wherever I lived, be it Dallas, be it Savannah, be it Florida, be it Atlanta, if I was to forget my security code to my mom's security system, here they come, showing up. They know I have different state tags. They're not Tennessee tags. They love to harass you, especially if you're Black. And that's a given, and that's the norm. But you stand your ground, you say what you say, come with receipts, and they'll leave you alone. Well, that was my experience. But now, the feds are back. And if you ever had a record or ever been system touched, you already know what that means. This isn't about justice, it's about control. And Memphis have seen this before. In the 2000s, they call it Operation Tennessee Waltz. They swept up politicians, local officials, and made examples out of everybody. Now we're watching the next version unfold. Comment watching Memphis. Share if your city is showing.
Now I understand this could be about a little piece of control, but let's keep in mind Memphis needs a little motherfucking control. Let's just keep this shit real now. I get what you saying and I understand what you saying, Queen. But Memphis need a little piece of assistance in that motherfucker. They need a little piece of control down there now. I'm just saying, hit the like and subscribe button. I heard what you said. I heard what she said, but shit, reflection. I don't know.
So
I don't
apparently
know.
the FBI is creating some type of task force and they're going to Memphis, Tennessee. Why are y'all so fucking concerned about what's going on with regular people when we still have yet to see an arrest out of the politicians that y'all keep talking about need to be going down? This is what we talk about when we say that it's definitely some racist shit going on when it comes to the government. Because you're so focused on Memphis, Tennessee, with an FBI task force. You have criminals that are currently in Congress right now, and y'all not doing nothing with them. Why are y'all redirecting y'all energy to people in Memphis, Tennessee? As if violence hasn't always been down there. Why now? Why now? Ain't y'all still working on deporting motherfuckers? Don't y'all still got some criminals that y'all need to be getting rid of who ain't even from here? Y'all worried about the wrong shit. The wrong shit. Anything, find out what politicians is fucked up down there in Memphis. Anything, they need to arrest the people that allow Elon Musk to build that damn computer that's out there frying the brains of the people that live around it. That in itself should have been illegal. All I'm saying is that, like, y'all be too busy focusing on a little bit on everyday regular people who are just doing their best to survive, not on the motherfuckers that put them in positions to where they gotta do what they gotta do in order to survive.
Queen, I mean this with all the respect, but shut the fuck up. What you talking about? Have you not walked outside, been to the gas station? Did you not hear about the old lady that went to get $20 off her Social Security card and the motherfucker was out there, one of them YNs was out there getting her shit? Did you not? What is you talking about? And you were, see, y'all worried about Elon Musk and the artificial intelligence little station and shit the whole time, baby. You need to be worried about, okay, then see that. The whole time you need to be worried about the YNs. You need to be worried about the next motherfucking generation. Because at the rate it's going, they not gonna be around too much long. Hold on, let me see what's on my computer. Okay, they're not gonna be around too much long. Hold on, let me cook. Because Queen lost her mind real motherfucking quick. What is you talking about? Now I'm not saying it ain't no crooked politicians. I'm not saying they don't need to be focused on still deporting people, but right now they need to put that deportation shit on hold and get Memphis motherfucking Tennessee together, get it back to the ancient fucking Egypt around this bitch. That's what needs to go on. Fuck the bullshit, Queen. What is you talking about? Now I'm with you when you right, but that time that shit didn't make no sense. Okay, I'm just saying, nation. Now y'all know I like no stupid ass shit. Cause we on the porch now, Queen. Don't make me step off this porch. Cause I'm just saying, whatever reflection. I'm just saying that was dumb as hell. Like, what is you talking about? What they need to be down there for? Cause Memphis is now the #1 murder capital of the fucking United States. That's why they need to be down there. You're welcome. So hit the like and subscribe button, Flesh. Not a guy man. I'm finna jump off this damn porch in a minute. Hit the like and subscribe button and shit. She must got some parking tickets and some shit she ain't paid.
Weekend about Memphis. On national television Sunday, he called the city the homicide capital of America and announced plans to send a task force to Tennessee to tackle the issue. ABC 24's Scott Mattis is here to break it all down. Scott, good evening.
Good evening to you, Pepper. Kash Patel also said he did not know Memphis was actually the homicide capital of the United States until he took his oath of office just a few short months ago. And now he says he'll be sending federal agents right here to put an end to the violent crime. Now, I can also tell you, he said this: I didn't know this until my confirmation process, but Memphis, Tennessee is the homicide capital of America per capita. Now, didn't know that. We have a problem there. We're now addressing it. We are rolling out one of our task forces to the state of Tennessee. That's what FBI Director Kash Patel declared on national news just yesterday. And Monday morning, that declaration is reverberating across the city of Memphis. This comes after the Memphis Shelby Crime Commission told ABC 24 News last year that the rate of major crime, I should say earlier this year, fell by nearly 9%, 8.8 to be exact, this year when compared to the first quarter of 2024. Now, Memphis City Councilman, and he's also the chairman, J.B. Smiley, tells me Monday he welcomes the FBI's help if they keep their word, but he also says getting those guns and those switches off the streets should be everyone's biggest priority.
The laws that are being put forth just lead to a series of guns in our community, which ultimately leads to lives lost. And that's what's more troubling to me.
All right, Memphis Mayor Paul Young gave me this statement this afternoon. It reads in part, MPD has always collaborated with federal agencies on addressing violent crime, and we're encouraged by any effort whatsoever that brings more resources to Memphis. We look forward to learning more from our federal law enforcement partners. Now, Pepper, I can tell you in talking with people all afternoon into this evening, that's welcome news. Live in studio, I'm Scott Mattis.
Shit, y'all out there just modifying switches and shit, and y'all so damn smart, and ain't nothing wrong with that because the next generation is supposed to be smart, but y'all so motherfucking smart. Y'all out there modifying the damn guns and shit, and the whole time you know how to modify that bitch, but you don't know how to aim. You don't know how to aim. I said it, and your ass hitting everything but who you whatever you aiming supposed to be aiming at. You hitting little kids and some more shit. Reflection. Listen, you know we got to kick back. You know we got to kick back. Oh, listen, I'm just saying, the hell no. Take the motherfucking switches. That's what y'all need to do. I don't want to hear none of this shit. Y'all gonna fuck around and self-destruct. Okay, fuck around, self-destruct. Y'all ain't gonna even be able to populate. How y'all gonna populate the next generation? And y'all ass take it out of each other. Like shit, reflection. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Some shit just don't make no motherfucking sense. Okay, listen, we trying to save you from fucking self-destruction around this bitch. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button. You ain't gotta like what I say, but shit, it makes sense now. It makes sense. Y'all out there worried because y'all got a fucking parking ticket, ain't paid child support, a couple fines and shit. Them folks ain't studying your ass. They ain't out there looking for you. They don't give a damn because you got drive outs and shit. They looking for them fucking switches. That's what they want. So if you ain't got no damn modified switch, what you worried about it for? What you worried about it for? Ain't nobody studying them expired ass drive outs you got. Shit. I'm just saying.
So the FBI is making its way to Memphis. You all probably know I'm here in Memphis, but the director of the FBI, Kash Patel, has said that it is necessary to send 100 additional specially trained officers to Memphis because of the crime rate here in Memphis. I am here in Memphis and I'm aware of
send 222 out there. Send 222 special force units out there on their ass. Reflection. I don't give a damn about none of that shit.
And the constant unalivings that's going on, but I was not aware that it was that bad to where the FBI now needs to come in and help out the justice system here in Shelby County. Also, the commercial appeal stated that if you're in Memphis, you know the 201, that 201 Poplar is the justice system, that they now have to kick the city of Memphis out of 201 Poplar because they're not going to have any room to hear traffic cases and cases from the city of Memphis, because they're now going to need that space for the additional officers that's being sent here to Memphis, Tennessee.
So y'all complaining about that? Y'all complaining because y'all ain't got because they finna move the traffic shit out the way. You're welcome. Everybody out there with driving tickets and speed tickets and drive out tickets, you're motherfucking welcome. Your shit gonna be delayed. Y'all out there worried about the FBI coming because you think they after your ass. If you ain't got no switch, then you ain't got shit to worry about. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Ain't nobody studying your ass with the fucking traffic tickets. Okay? Hit the like button and the damn subscribe button. We don't give a fuck about that no insurance shit. We put that on the back end right now. They trying to fight some more type of crime around that bitch. The hidden hand is trying to get some shit together. They could have let you fucking self-destruct the youth, and the youth wouldn't even, that generation would be clean gone, and you don't even know how important that generation is. So y'all not thinking of shit. Y'all not even thinking of shit. You get what I'm saying? You two is worried about my fucking traffic tickets. Fuck them traffic tickets. Fuck your drive outs. Reflection, we trying to stay the goddamn youth around this bitch. It's like subscribe.
It's kind of alarming that the FBI have to come in and step in and send these additionally trained officers to the. It's alarming to me because it makes me feel like the Shelby County justice system no longer has control over the crime that's going on here in Memphis, Tennessee. If you're in Memphis, you hear about Memphis, know anything about Memphis, what do you think about this? Do you think the FBI needs to come here in Memphis?
Have you been on fucking side lately? Have you been outside lately? How often do you see a motherfucking YN walking up the street in 90-degree weather with a sweater on and a backpack and shit in school out? And that should answer your question if you need a little assistance around that motherfucker. That should answer your listen. You worried about Elon Musk and shit? That shit can go. Y'all can wait on that later. Y'all protesting. Let my people go. Y'all can do that shit later. Okay, listen, reflection. Y'all welcome. Y'all got a whole nother year to drive out on them fake ass drive out tags. Y'all can get back there with a mark and change the date and all that shit. Ain't nobody worried about you. Ain't nobody worried about you right now, reflection. It's the bigger fish to fry. Hit the like and subscribe button. Shit. They said it's Ricky. What? Because they don't see the bigger plan. They looking at, you get what I'm saying? They looking at the battle and they not even thinking. They ain't focused on the next generation. That's what pisses me the fuck off. Y'all selfish. You're fucking selfish. Yes, that's what you is.
If you want to talk about the city of Memphis, make sure you talk about everything.
Shit.
Not just the crime. Talk about the corruption in the local government. Talk about how the government caters to the white neighborhoods but neglect the black neighborhoods. And keep in mind, black people are the majority in the city of Memphis, whereas white people are the minority. The government caters to the white neighborhoods and completely neglect the black ones. Talk about how this city over time have completely gotten rid of all the things that this city once had that provided jobs and opportunities for our youth, but they got rid of it. What do you think happens when you get rid of everything that is to do for kids and teenagers? Of course, they're going to turn to the streets. They're going to turn towards violence. They're going to turn towards crime. Why? Because they have nothing else to do. They have nothing to look forward to in their neighborhood. When they step out of their front door, all they see is blight. Don't believe me? Drive through South Memphis. Drive through North Memphis. It's right in front of you. And then after you get done driving through those neighborhoods, drive through Germantown, drive through Collierville, drive through Cordova, and see all the shops, all the restaurants, all the movie theaters, all the fun family things to do. It's night and day. And then let's talk about how the county commissioners, all they're doing is collecting a check. Okay, we vote these people into office and they're not doing anything. Okay, they sit in these positions for years and you don't see what they've done, if anything. It was just on the news this morning that they were tearing down some apartments that have sit abandoned for over a decade in Oak Haven. Why is that? That's ridiculous. I bet you that would not fly in a predominantly white neighborhood though. So if you want to talk about the crime, let's talk about the root of the crime. Let's talk about the why of the crime. Don't just talk about the crime. Talk about everything else that's going on in this city that's adding fuel to the crime. The lack of things to do in the city of Memphis, the lack of resources, the lack of development, the lack of opportunity, the corrupt government. Let's talk about that. Okay? And if you want to fix the crime issue, you need to fix all of that stuff first. And once you fix all of that stuff, then you'll see the crime dwindle down significantly. And if you want to complain about the problems, I hope you're one of the first ones looking for ways you can be a part of the solutions.
All right, Queen. Now that's what I'm talking about. Talk your shit. Now I'm with you when you're right. It is the lack of things to do when you go through South Memphis and when you go through North Memphis, it looks totally different than Germantown and Cordova. But in mind, if they do that, first of all, they got to get them switches off the fucking street. That's rule number. That's the first plan. They gotta get them switches off the street. After they get them switches off the street, then they gonna build some more shit. You get what I'm saying? Because right now, them YNs gonna go in there and shoot up the shit if they do build it down. And we gotta get the motherfucking switches off first. Hit the like and subscribe button. That's shit. That's we gotta do that one first, okay? Now, but I also feel where she coming from. If you don't give the youth nothing to do, they gonna find shit to do. The devil's playground is the idle mind. You ever heard that the idle mind is the devil's the playground reflection? So when you think about Trump sitting in his task force, a lot of people is like they coming in and targeting us. No, that's not what it is. They literally trying to save the youth. The youth is the next generation. Your ass done lived half of your damn life. What about the next generation? Do you not give a fuck about them? Do you not care what the world gonna look like when your ass get old? Reflection. You need to care. You need to. Okay, so with that being said, a couple of them may have to sit down. But at the same time, it's better than them being dead. All right, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You don't like what I'm saying, but at the same time, you got to think, quit being selfish and thinking about self and think about the next generation. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so with that being, that's your next. They so intelligent. Look at even though they do shit for the bad, they're using their intelligence for bad. Don't never knock how intelligent they are, because each generation just gets smarter and smarter. But as you can see, they self-destructing. They doing it right in front of you. You just like, fuck them YNs, fuck them. You get what I'm saying? No, you can't say that. No, you cannot, because when you long and gone, who you think gonna be here? But they ain't gonna even be here if shit keep going how it's going. You get what I'm saying? Because they're literally taking out each other. So with that being said, you just got to think of it. Don't look at the battle. Try to win the war. Lose the battle to win the whole war. Reflection. Okay, think long term. So with that being said, let's keep it going.
You guys, something very serious is happening in Memphis, and it's more than just one story. A famous civil rights church, Claiborne Temple, has just burned down. Confirmed arson. Elon Musk's AI company is running methane supercomputers without air permits, polluting one of the area's most poverty-stricken zip codes. And you know those 3 cops that murdered Tyre Nichols by beating him to death? They were just acquitted, right as Tennessee ends police reforms that were made right after his death. And now 1,500 FBI agents are flooding the city. Let's see, so we have civil rights sites in flames, unchecked pollution in an overburdened Black community, cops walking free, and feds showing up in force. If this seems fishy to you, you're not paranoid. There is a pattern: surveillance, suppression, and silencing, wrapped in tech, smoke, and legal loopholes. If you connect the dots, this is not just about Memphis. This is a warning. Videos like these are being suppressed right now, so I really am begging you guys, please, please, please put out this information. This is urgent news that needs to be shared everywhere. This is not okay. This is a dangerous situation that needs to be stopped. Follow me for more.
All right, reflection. Everybody got something to say. We here listening what the community got to say. Remember, Trump has sent a special unit out to Memphis, Tennessee to try to get them switches off the street, because Memphis is now labeled the #1 murder capital of the United States. So let's keep it going.
So the FBI is making its way to Memphis. You all probably know I'm here in Memphis, but the director of the FBI, Cash.
Hold on one second. I already heard you, because I remember you upset that they finna move the traffic tickets and shit out the way. I just told y'all that they ain't worried about y'all with them damn driving tickets, them speeding tickets, them outdated drivers. They not worried about y'all ass. They not studying y'all ass. Y'all can go on ahead and be free for a whole nother year, so they ain't got to worry about paying them shit. They worried about them YNs right now with the damn switches. Ain't nobody studying y'all ass. Okay, so let's keep it going. And it's the main ones that's on here talking shit, the ones them driving tickets. Ain't nobody studying y'all shit. Shut the hell up.
I just wanted to hop on here real quick and talk about something. As you may or may not know, Kash Patel has decided to establish a task force that's supposed to help reduce crime, violent crime, in certain areas around the country. He's going to actually send FBI agents to these areas to try to help. And I mean, it's not a bad idea, but one of the areas he's going to, be sending him to his Memphis, Tennessee, my hometown. Now, pretty much just about every year, Memphis is either 1 or 2 when it comes to the highest murders per capita in the country. And for 2024, 2025, Memphis is considered to be the most dangerous place in the country to live. And Kash Patel basically said that he did not realize Memphis was the most dangerous place in the country or had the most murders per capita until his confirmation hearing with the Senate. I mean, okay, whatever. I figured that was one of the things you should at least know when you're going to be the director of the FBI. But if he thinks that putting a few more boots on the ground in Memphis is actually going to do anything or actually going to help the situation, good fucking luck. Memphis has a lot more problems that are causing its crime issue than just not having enough police officers. So at the present time, Memphis is about 250 to 350 cops short of their desired number. That's actually improved from a few years ago when they were anywhere between 700 and 1,200 cops shy of how many they really needed. So things have gotten better in that regard. But part of the problem is that cops don't want to come here because, one, pay and benefits aren't as good as some of the other cities, big cities. The crime is so high and it's a lot of violent crime. Schools aren't as good here, especially public schools aren't as good. I mean, it's just, there's a lot of different reasons. There's, a lot of reasons. One of the biggest problems that you have with the Memphis Police Department and the force is racism. You've got racism of white cops against black people in the city. You also have racism of black cops against black people in the city. And then you have, racism between cops in the police force itself. It's a major problem. I'm sure you all remember the TYRE Nichols case that was just here going on recently. Those were all black cops that murdered Tyre Nichols. Okay. And I mean, Memphis is a rough place, and that's just a fact. And so for Kash Patel to just think he's going to just swoop in and save the day, it's going to take a lot more than that. I mean, there are a lot of socioeconomic issues here. There are a lot of racial issues here, and there's a lot of racial tension here that is extraordinarily high and very difficult to break through. Memphis is one of those cities where it could be an amazing, amazing city on many, many fronts. It has potential to be a Mecca type city, but not just the crime, but the attitudes of the people that live in Memphis are pretty bad. That's why a lot of people move out of Memphis into other areas. And it's sad, but it's the truth, unfortunately. Memphis has a lot to offer. It has an extremely rich history in music and entertainment and in culture and in food. I mean, we're the birthplace of blues music. We have some of the best barbecue in the world here. But unfortunately, Memphis has never really recovered from the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That's always kind of been the storm cloud over Memphis, so to speak. I wish it were different. The people in Memphis and the city just need to start believing in themselves again. And I don't know what it's going to take to do that. I'm not saying that something doesn't need to happen about the crime in Memphis, because it really does. I mean, it is very, very bad. I currently live south of Memphis in North Mississippi, and a lot of the people here do not want to go to Memphis because they are afraid. They're afraid they're going to get shot driving down the expressway into Memphis. I mean, driving in Memphis, Tennessee is literally like driving in a real life version of Mario Kart. I mean, people, are driving 110 miles an hour, weaving in and out of traffic. I mean, driving on the shoulder. People get shot driving down the expressway just for honking at somebody. And it gets very, very bad at times. And so, I mean, there's a lot of facets of crime here and violence that need to be addressed. I guess what I'm getting at is that it's more than just extra cops, or that more than just an FBI task force is going to be able to handle, because you need systemic restructuring in Memphis, Tennessee. You need trust to be reestablished in the police and the city government, and it is definitely not there. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good day, and
Okay, I can definitely agree with a lot of stuff that he said. Okay, it is gonna take more than just, you get what I'm saying, bringing in a task force, but that is a start. Okay, you gotta start some fucking well reflection. First of all, you gotta clean up the streets before you rebuild the streets. Why rebuild something that's just gonna get tore down? That doesn't make sense. You gotta clean them up before you rebuild anything. All right. So with that being said, let's keep it going. We over. If you just came in, make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If this is your first time over here, I'm Tarethia, and we are talking about Trump sending this task force to Memphis, Tennessee, and do we think that it's gonna help? It's gonna help clean up them streets. We just trying to save the fucking youth.
The FBI has put a task force together, and do you know where they're coming? Memphis, Tennessee. If the FBI is coming to Memphis, Tennessee with task force, what do you think they're gonna do? This is not a motherfucking drill nor a motherfucking game. Black parents of children in Memphis, Tennessee, you better wake up, and you better wake up real fast, because this is not gonna be nice. They are not coming to send a task force there just so they can play footsies with y'all. This is what they've been preparing for decades. Remember when he said homegrown criminals? Yeah. Whatever y'all got going on in Memphis, Tennessee, you better wrap it up. And I mean wrap it up right now. They have privatized prisons all over the U.S. and outside of the U.S. with cots that are empty, ready to go. And these companies who own these privatized prisons are ready to put them in these work release programs and work them for free. This is not a drill, nor is it a game. Y'all better get serious about this, and I mean serious about it really quickly.
See, y'all didn't hear what she just said. She said they got prisons outside the motherfucking United States. You get what I'm saying? They got prisons outside the United States, which means don't think they won't. They just shipping them motherfucking Mexicans and shit. El Salvador, all that shit is for real. And them prisons over there is totally different than how they is over here in the United States of America. Reflection, don't get caught up in that motherfucking loop, man. All right, don't get put in that trick bag. Hit the like and subscribe button.
So, Memphis, according to Kash Patel, has been labeled as the homicide capital of the USA, which I will admit the crime in Memphis is crazy. And I'm so excited to be moving back home because I have to be there for my son and my family, because there's a lot that's been going on in Memphis and I'm scared of it. But I'm just wondering, is it a homicide crisis or is it a mental health crisis? Memphis has been knocked down a lot. And I know if the FBI is sending some kind of special task force, they're going to target people that look like me. You know they are. They're not going to go into Olive Branch, Mississippi. They're not going to go into South Haven. They're not going to go into West Memphis. Wait. They might go into West Memphis. Yeah, they might go to West Memphis. Yeah. You know what? I ain't going to lie. They might go to Byhalia too. But either way it goes, oh no, Holly Springs getting it. Holly Springs going to get the smoke. But my point is that that's a whole area. And instead of investing in that, how about we take some time and invest in job programs, mental health programs, like talent engagement programs. Like, I can't tell you how many consulting jobs I've been offered where basically I'm just hired to fire people versus training to develop them. That city has a lot of potential. It's my hometown. It's a city that I love. And I'm not giving up on it. But I'm not comfortable with someone saying they're sending a special task force to the city of Memphis and thinking that men that look like me aren't going to be targeted. We know that that's not going to happen. And if you do...
Now, Ken, you saying some really good points, and I can respect everything that you're saying. But keep in mind, don't feel like that you're the one being targeted. A majority of what is the majority in Memphis? It's people that look like you, and it's people that look like me. Who is doing the crime in Memphis, Tennessee? People that look like you and people that look like me. So you can't make it like they're targeting you. Shit, that we the ones that's in there. Okay, but at the same time, regardless, when you think about who is the majority in Memphis, and then you think about Memphis being the number one capital, murder capital of the United States, reflection, don't make it a target type of thing, because that's not what it is. And I hear what you're saying. Well, they're not doing this in Cordova. They're not doing this in Germantown. Well, that's not the number one murder capital in the United States. You get what I'm saying? The why is, I'm not saying it ain't crime going on out there, but it's not heavy like it is in Memphis, Tennessee. You get what I'm saying? So it's not that you are being targeted. Just keep it on the prize, keep it on the battle. This is something that is focused on a specific group. What do I mean when I say a specific group? Not people with fucking traffic tickets, not people with the bad drive outs, not people that's racing all through the you get what I'm saying, through the parking lots and shit like that. That's not what this is about. Okay, that's not what this is about. This is about those switches. It's about cleaning up those illegal guns. It's about, you get what it's about saving the youth. At the end of the day, when you really look at the big picture, it's about saving the youth. It's about saving the next generation. And yes, you do need to create programs and things like that. I agree 100% with you. Okay, you can't take all of them off the street, but at the same time, what about the ones that aren't doing all this shit? You need to create programs for them. You need to give them stuff that they can do. The ones that do got switches in their hand, maybe these are super intelligent children. You get what I'm saying? Or young men, young women. You get what I'm saying? They need shit to do. They need, if it was something else to do, maybe they wouldn't think about that. Maybe they would keep their mind occupied off something else. Maybe they'd be like, nah, fuck that shit. We all know somebody that used to be rough around the edges back in the day, and then they changed their whole life around. Their business owners. These are bosses, different things like that. These people can go be politicians. They can go be any fucking thing that they really want to be, because they're super intelligent. But at the same time, you still got to clean up the streets. You get what I'm saying? You still got to clean up the streets.
You are entitled to your opinion. But trust and believe, Darnell has been pulled over. And Darnell is your friend too. And good evening. And I love you. Mwah, mwah. I don't want you all to ever forget where Dr. Martin Luther King was killed. Dr. Martin Luther King marched in Memphis for the rights of garbage men who were being killed and lynched for hundreds of years. As black men, we have fought in every single war this country has been in. And do your research. I'm not even gonna tell you his name. I want you to do your research. Because you will find out very quickly, if you do your research, the first person that was killed for the American Revolution was a black man. So, I think we can have these conversations. They are going to be difficult conversations. They are not always going to be nice conversations. But it does seem strange that of all the cities you guys are sending an FBI task force to, is a predominantly black southern city that Dr. King died in. Hey.
Now I get what you're saying, King. And I'm the type of person, I give tough love. I'm a tough love type. I will hurt your feelings to try to save your fucking life. All right, so I tell you some shit that will hurt your soul, but it'll save you tomorrow. Martin Luther King, you saying that you think it's suspect that Trump is sending in this task force to Memphis, Tennessee, and it's a predominantly black place, and that is true. All of that is true, but what else is true? You can't just look at one side of the coin and don't look at the other side of the coin. It's still the number one murder capital in the United States. So happen it's just majority black though. But at the end of the day, if you watch the news, older people can't even go to the ATM to get their Social Security check. Some people, they can't even go to the store without worrying about if somebody's going to take their car, that they still got to pay the car note on in a couple weeks. Like, kids are literally getting shot while laying in their bed at their house where they're supposed to be at. Now, I'm just saying, shit, just because it's a majority black city, what are they supposed to do? Just let this shit go on? The next generation, that's why I say y'all are being very selfish, because you're not thinking about the next generation. You gonna let them literally self-destruct just because, you get what I'm saying? It don't make sense to me. I understand what you're saying and I understand how it look, but at the end of the day, if you're gonna look at one statistic, you gotta look at the other statistic. What are you gonna do? You're gonna let the city just keep going down, just keep going down, just keep going down. What they say, what Michael Jackson said, if you want to change some shit, look in the fucking mirror. Because at the end of the day, if you have to take out 100 YNs just to say the rest of them, what about the rest of these children? What about the rest of the youth that's not doing this shit? What about the rest of the youth that can't go outside? What about the rest of the youth? You get what I'm saying? Why would they bring programs there and it's corrupt? Why would you bring programs there and the youth is studying? They scared. They can't go out and do certain things. You get what I'm saying? That makes no sense. So to save 75% of the whole generation, the other 25, they gotta go. And that's just what it is. If I gotta take out 25% of y'all to say the other 75, then so multi be. Keep in mind, I'm a tough love type person. I will hurt your feelings just to save your life. I get what he's saying, reflection, and I know y'all like they targeting black people. It's black people that's there, but at the end of the day, it's the number one murder capital in the United States. That's still a fact. It's still a fact. So you just gonna let them sit there and self-destruct each other? You just gonna sit there and just lay back and be like, these YNs crazy. These YNs ain't got no sense. So you talking shit, but you're not doing nothing to say them. And as soon as Trump sitting in this task force, you like, they targeting black people. No, that's not it. I keep telling you, they're not worried about your ass with them parking tickets and them drive-outs and them speeding. They're not worried about that. They down there for a very specific task. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. You ain't got to like what I say, but at the end of the day, facts are facts. Don't look at one side of the coin and don't look at the other side of the coin. I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want to hear that shit, because when you get to talking about the youth reflection, we can talk this shit, because I really believe in the next generation. I really believe in the youth. I really believe that is reflection. When I get old and shit, I want to see the next generation running this shit. I want to see y'all be exactly what the fuck y'all were, what y'all rose up and fell down to be. You get what I'm saying? And I see the play. I see that they literally are self-destructing each other. Y'all forgetting, y'all got the whole pathway laid out for y'all, but y'all choosing to go to the opposite direction. You got a whole pathway that's laid out for you. All you got to do is walk it, but instead you choose to go this way. You get what I'm saying?
So Queen Nalum, and I apologize in advance for butchering your name, says, yes, but Memphis needs more than the task force. It's a dark, evil place. I agree, there may be situations that will require more than just the task force, but at the same time, I think the task force coming to Memphis is a step in the right direction. Now, I'm not going to go as far as to say that the current DA and the mayor are evil people, but given their history of being soft on crime, inadvertently tells me and leads me to believe that they don't have the average citizens of Memphis, the ones who are just trying to live their daily lives normally, interest in mind. So I pulled up this article on News Channel 3 and stumbled upon some interesting info. Orange Mound resident Robert Johnson spoke to Reg and said poor upbringing is responsible. And here's Steve Mulroy saying it's the parents, it's the culture, it's social media, it's economics and demographics, it's our count system. And here Johnson said it's the upbringing. It's all it can be. Okay, so how these kids were brought up in the home is what's determining the crime rate. Maybe because of a lack of a parental figure, or maybe because they didn't have a lot of money growing up, or poverty, I don't know. Now let me say this. When I was a kid, and I'm not trying to compare my situation with anybody else's, I was picked on a lot in school. In fact, the best day of school for me was the day I didn't have to go back. I grew up in Hickory Hill. My mother, who had recently split from my father, fell on hard times. And unfortunately, that meant we had to move out of our house. And our house got foreclosed on. And we ended up moving in with the guy she was dating at the time, who is now my stepfather. Looking back on it as an adult, in hindsight, I'm glad things went the way they did and things turned out all right for me. But as a kid, I'm thinking, okay, I was just uprooted from my home, and now we're living somewhere foreign, which is hard on a kid. And I held that grudge against my mom for a long time, and it took me a while to get over it. But thankfully, things turned out okay, so I can't really complain a lot. But with that being said, I say that to say this. And again, I'm not trying to compare my situation with anybody else's. Everybody's walk in life is different. But your upbringing and how things went for you as a child is no excuse to pose harm and to steal from other people. Hypothetically, if I posed harm to somebody or if I stole from other people, my upbringing does not matter. And just recently, at my own home, I caught an individual snooping through me and my wife's vehicles. He was wearing a mask, he had on a long sleeve hoodie. Thankfully, nothing happened, and as I started approaching him, he was off running. If he was up to no good, why did he run? He knew what he was doing. Just like criminals that commit crimes know what they're doing. And we need to stop.
Okay, so a lot of youth, they are in economic hard situations. Okay, some of these places in Memphis, you get what I'm saying? He said he grew up in Hickory Hill though, so they don't even compare to South Memphis. I'm just saying though, but everybody got their own path, they got their own whatever. But I was just like that, Hickory Hill. We talking about South Memphis, North Memphis. Listen, even some parts of East Memphis fucked up. So anyway, with that being said, reflection. They don't have nothing to do. That's what I keep hearing everybody say. Well, the youth don't have nothing to do. Y'all want to come in and lock their ass up and woo woo woo. They don't have nothing to do. Well, reflections. After they clean up the city, maybe they'll have some more shit to do. Maybe they will create some shit up in South Memphis. Maybe they will, you get what I'm saying, make Memphis to what it's supposed to be. But you got to take one step at a time. Before you start walking, what you got to do, you got to put one foot forward, then you put the other foot in front of it. But you get what I'm saying, reflection. Lose the battle to win the whole war, to save the next generation, because things are going to get better. But what they say, sometimes it's going to look bad before we get better, but it's going to get better. Okay, Memphis will be that ancient Memphis that it used to be. It's going to be something even greater. But at the same time, this shit's not going to happen overnight. All right. And at the same time, you get what I'm saying? You just got to have a youth focus. Shit, stay off the motherfucking 30s and shit. Reflection, all right? Because, listen, a lot of shit is put out here by design. A lot of, see, you don't know who you are. That's what it is. That's why I keep saying y'all selfish and shit, because y'all not thinking about the next generation. Y'all don't know what the next generation is really capable of, why they really even here. You get what I'm saying? But just because you don't know who you are, just because you don't remember who you are, don't mean they don't know who you are. And I believe that a lot of things were put out in the streets by design to help them self-destruct. You get what I'm saying? Just look at the play sometime. Reflection. Step out the game and look at the play. So with that being said, let's keep it going. I don't want to get too emotional up here on y'all. Y'all know when I get talking about the youth, I get listen.
Man, I told you motherfuckers in Memphis that them folk wasn't gonna keep playing with you motherfuckers out there, man. Them folks told y'all motherfuckers that they were gonna send them federal task force down there to snatch every last one of you nothing ass motherfuckers up off them streets of Raleigh, Frazier, and Orange Mound, man. Them folks out there riding around in every kind of car that's known to man, and they jumping out there motherfucker talking about freeze and popping out their FBI shirt on your motherfucking ass, man. Y'all folk brought them folks to y'all motherfucking city because y'all couldn't stop robbing, stealing, and killing from innocent motherfuckers, man. Y'all motherfuckers put a national spotlight on y'all city for the wrong motherfucking things. And y'all had to know that the federal government was gonna have to step in eventually and stop that shit, man. It's a lot of you motherfuckers ain't gonna make it to the summer because if you don't get put in a bag, them folk gonna put your ass in a cell, man.
I'm with Unc when he right now. I'm with Unc when he fucking right. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. I don't know. Y'all just now seeing them pop out. But reflection, allegedly, they been creeping in the next room. Okay. All right, reflection. Keep in mind. You know the art of war. The art of war says by the time you see me, I already been there. By the time you already know I'm there, I've been there. I already peeped everything out. You get what I'm saying, reflection? Y'all, I kept telling y'all worried about Elon Musk. You worried about the wrong shit. Did I keep saying that? Hit the like and subscribe, but y'all don't listen to shit. Y'all don't be listening to shit to Teresa. Yeah.
So President Trump's cabinet pick, Kash Patel, he's the director over the FBI. He is sending his task force to Memphis, Tennessee. Finally. It's about time. Time to clean it up, Memphis. And I ain't mad. Some should have been done a long time ago. Because Memphis, Tennessee, mark my words, is off the chain. I've been there for 9 years. So, I think I would know by now. Let's go, Kash Patel. Clean it up. Clean it up.
All right. A lot of people. I hear a lot of people. Keep in mind, we here to listen to what the community got to say. It's going to be what it's going to be. But at the end of the day, y'all let y'all voices be heard. A lot of people, they was upset. They like, what the fuck y'all bring y'all ass down here for? And I'm like, y'all ain't see the crime that's going on. Have you not seen the crime, Craig? Do you not know what's going on? And you talking about why they didn't send the task force down there? And a lot of the elders are like, yes, y'all should have been sent something. What took you so long? So Trump had to get in the office before y'all sent somebody out here to clean up the streets, or did Elon Musk have to come out there before they cleaned up the streets? Y'all was worried about the ad chick. You was worried about Elon Musk, and you talking about his paperwork, and he over there taking too much water out the Mississippi River, and it's the longest river in the world, Craig. And see y'all be focused on the wrong thing. Y'all don't be listening. Y'all don't see y'all weren't no good listener in school. I can tell. I can tell. Yes, I can. Yeah.
Memphis. It's on now. Have you heard? Did you hear the announcement? They put together an FBI task force. And guess where that task force is heading? I'll wait. Straight for Memphis. It's on now. All kidding aside, it's gonna be popping. So the FBI task force is headed to Memphis due to the crime rate, which no one can deny. But I think a lot of innocent people gonna get caught up in what's finna head to Memphis. So, mothers, fathers, aunties, grandmas, granddads, you might want to sit your young people down and have a talk with them, because it's just got serious. When that task force hits Memphis, anybody looking cockeyed gonna get it. And at the same time, they're passing laws that are taking away any accountability for any police officer in the line of duty. They're getting rid of organizations that investigate police abuse. They're getting rid of those. So if you don't have the department or the organization to investigate. How do you investigate? If they're no longer holding them accountable, what's going to prevent them from living out their fantasies at your expense? So, Memphis, it's going to get interesting. But for those parents in Memphis, for those families in Memphis, know you have some good young people in your family, some hardworking, some intelligent, some very promising future young people in your family. Or even some misguided ones that just need a little more time to get their act together. You might want to be pulling them in very closely. And these young kids coming out of high school, whatever college plans or plans you had, I would be moving forward and jumping ahead of schedule, trying to get the hell out of Memphis. Because you don't want to get caught up in what's finna head our way. So, like I said, it just got real. And if there are any Black Trump supporters in Memphis, thank you. Thank you for what you're about to unleash on your own communities. Because it's finna get real ugly. And yeah, we've had some really serious complaints about the violence in Memphis and the crime in Memphis. But how often do good people, innocent people, get caught up in going after the criminals? Where he fit the description. Or, well, the car looks similar. Because they're only looking for our skin tone.
See, y'all got to get off that. I feel you, Auntie. I feel where you coming from and what you're trying to say. But see, y'all don't know how advanced technology is. See, y'all weren't paying attention with the roads and shit, was you? You weren't paying attention, was you? Reflection. You weren't paying attention with the roads. You think they just, you get what I'm saying? Allegedly building new roads and fixing certain places in the roads. Have y'all ever heard of what is it called? What is it called? Your footprint, it ain't your economic footprint, your digital footprint. Have y'all ever noticed in these new cars, Reflection? When you get over, it has sensors in your cars and shit. It has sensors in your wheels and shit. Do you not know? Have you not seen in the movies back when, Reflection, from a helicopter they could, you see, you got to look in the back of your windows and shit, Reflection. Just allegedly, you don't think they can easily, they know who in that damn car, Reflection. You don't think that, especially y'all that got that hit the button, It's technology. Do y'all see? Y'all don't know. Y'all think y'all be getting away with shit the whole time. They know where your ass at. They know what you at. They know what you doing. You got this damn cell phone in your hand. Cause that's why you think y'all so addicted to the motherfucking cell phone. Y'all, they don't, you really make their job easy any damn way. They really don't even have to do hard work. All I got to do is tap your little cell phone, hit one of these towels, see where your ass at. Reflection. It ain't just about the skin tone no more. That was back when type shit, Reflection. That was back when type shit, Reflection. You think Siri the only person that's listening to you on your phone? That's really what you think. Hit the like and subscribe button, Reflection. Y'all better catch up. You better fucking catch up out there in Memphis, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. The unique features don't matter. All they see is the skin tone. So Memphis, families in Memphis, I'd start making some summer plans to get my young people the hell out of here. Because they're coming for them. Memphis is finna be the blueprint of what they plan to unleash across this country in Black communities. And there are private prisons, domestic and foreign, with empty beds waiting, salivating, waiting. Looks like they're going to get started in Memphis. So, I do know that the tone in Memphis let's say it's going to be devastation on both sides. Because truly, these young people in Memphis, they are not their ancestors at all. At all. So, looks like it's finna start in Memphis. So, Blacks for Trump. It would be really eerily ironic if one of y'all experienced what's heading this way.
Trump ain't got shit to do with this. The history, I keep telling you, see, y'all don't remember who y'all are. See, if you remember who you are, history keeps repeating itself. Just because you don't remember who you are, don't mean they don't remember who they are. Don't mean they don't know who you are. Reflection, history repeats itself. Y'all but gotta go back. Y'all see, y'all don't read no motherfucking history. Y'all don't know where y'all at. Y'all still think y'all just in Memphis, Tennessee. You don't know where you at. But if you keep reading about the ancient history of Memphis, this isn't anything new. Why you think Ramses' statue is out there? See, y'all don't know. Y'all ain't listening. Y'all ain't paying attention and shit. Y'all ain't paying attention and shit to where the fuck you are. If you pay attention to where you are, you go do a look, just read a little piece of history, not the whole history, just a little piece of it. You would know this ain't nothing new. This shit been going on. Reflection, history is repeating itself right the fuck in front of you, and you're not paying attention. What did Elon Musk say about, before he even brought the supercomputers to Memphis? What did he say? He said that's where I hate to get religious on y'all, but what he say, that's where the new God would come from. But he wasn't talking about the God that y'all think that he talking about. See, y'all don't go back. Y'all don't know where the fuck you at. You still think you in Memphis, Tennessee, and you're fucking not. Okay, hit the like, allegedly hit the like and subscribe, but you ain't gotta listen to me. Y'all still think the Mississippi River ain't the Nile River and shit. Y'all still think, don't make me keep going. But if you listen at what I be saying and look at the play, look at what I be saying and look at the fucking play. Reflection, okay? Nothing is new under the sun. This ain't nothing new. This ain't this shit. History, okay? In order for something new to come, you gotta tear down the old shit. Y'all better wake the fuck up. I keep telling you. You don't remember who the fuck you are. But they do. Hit the like and subscribe button. Now y'all over here with Sarita. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the follow button. We already been over here an hour and 41 minutes. I don't want to keep y'all too long, but I'm just trying to take you back home. Reflection. I'm just trying to let you know there's nothing new under the sun. Y'all gotta wake the fuck up and don't get caught in the mix. Don't get caught in that battle, and don't be here to see the what. Okay, you want to see the victory. You want to see the victory. Reflection. Okay, Nike ain't there for no reason. Nike. They said what Nike got to see. Y'all ain't paying attention. Y'all not paying attention. Reflection. Go and read your fucking history to know where you at in order to